not experience hair loss. You have no idea. What the fuck? Yo. Oh, my PlayStation just turned off. They playing shows. Yeah, it's time to turn this off. Ah. Big. Dude. You're not serious. Yo. Alright, bet. Nah, this is crazy. I wasn't watching this. Okay, but I was. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Yo, it's hot as hell in here. Chad, is it normal for your pancreas to be like... Never mind. It's been on the whole time? I know, but it hasn't been on the whole time. It just turned off. Nigga said, bro, what are you talking about? Am I 74? There's niggas just literally just like, what? It's getting hot in here? Nah, it's really hot right now. I need to like actually go turn my air down a little bit. But I can't leave y'all with this video. At least not yet. I gotta get Detroit slander out the way. I'm gonna tell you the ins and out. And whoa, I can't even speak. Holy.
Found inside the abandoned apartment building in Highland Park.
Oh my god, bro! Like this is what niggas is doing with their free time. That's why I don't take niggas serious, bro.
Shooting caught on camera.
Police in Roseville are calling this driver a person of interest.
Police would find the body of a woman in the bed of that truck.
When the entire city of Detroit burned to the ground.
Bro, how is this the start of the Alright, yeah. I just like, bro, come on, man. Because niggas not even trying to start off unbiased. They not even trying to be fair. Nigga going back to the 1920s on some shit.
Leaving behind only a fort.
Or the 18 to 1700s and shit, bro. Like, come on, bro.
A warehouse and a brick chimney. A Catholic priest stepped in to survey the remains, only to find that not a single resident of Detroit had died in the fire.
Nah, see, we're Brazilian like that.
Amazed, he uttered the words, "We hope for better things. It shall rise from the ashes." And this became the city motto of beautiful Detroit.
How big is that rim? What the fuck did I just see?
He uttered the words, "We hope for better things. It shall rise from the ashes." And
where did you get this footage? I've never seen a rim this short before in my life.
This became the city motto of beautiful Detroit. When Henry Ford saw the so-called Paris of the West, he built his automobile empire here alongside Dodge and Chrysler.
Facts. We were the Motor City, are the Motor City.
And this led to major developments in the economy and transportation.
We really saved niggas and put the whole U.S. on our back.
And once alcohol was outlawed in the United States, those Detroit boys made a fortune smuggling firewater in.
Oracle, chill, bro. What can you see? Why are you gifting? Is somebody in the chat dying soon? Because you gifting a little too crazy. What do you know? I appreciate you with the 25, but you gotta... I mean, if you doing all of that, I might as well celebrate with some food, right? Why not? You know?
From Canada. During the Second World War, Detroit was key in helping American production. And this led to hundreds of thousands of people from all backgrounds, including the South and Western Europe, coming into the city to work and benefit.
Like I said, y'all wanna, next time y'all wanna dick suck Detroit, think about our history. Think about what we did for you niggas, bro.
Benefit from this economic boom. But either way, having 60% of your economy all in one industry is like having all your eggs in one basket. When you drop that basket, you've lost everything.
Nigga, that was 1,000 years ago. Nigga, musically, we've given too much to the world. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
And this is in stark contrast to another Great Lakes city.
You know how many greats are from literally Detroit? Not just Michigan, but from Detroit specifically? Stop talking to me, bro.
Like Chicago.
You a bitch, bro.
Chicago, which has the most diverse economy in the country. And when the oil crisis hit in the 70s, the system started to crumble. As plants closed or did mass layoffs, crime increased, culminating in the deadliest mass murder in the history of Detroit happening in...
I understand what people are trying to say here, but... you gotta understand how shit works. There is a ton of, you know what I'm saying, overlap within this area specifically, and it could be very diverse.
1971, which today, after over 50 years, still remains unsolved.
No, I mean, sure, but that's also due to some of the killers being very good at their job.
with not a single suspect being positively identified. And this was just the start of Detroit's terrifying decline. Like Chicago,
Decline is a little, it's like laying it on thick, and we're not like Chicago.
Detroit was a mob city in the years following the Second World War, and it was the Zarelli family partnering with the Sicilian Mafia to become the main distributors of heroin before being severely weakened by a RICO indictment in 1996.
He looked crazy, exactly, like what we talking about. He a sweet old man.
And like most cities, the homicides peaked here from the 70s to the 90s, but still has not reached those same numbers. And more disturbingly, city officials noted that from then until the 2000s, about 65 to 70% of these murders were narcotics related. Now, by far the most popular musician in the past 30 years to come out of the city is Marshall Mathers.
His shit don't count. He was in trailers and shit.
Whose early music I can best describe as broken home music, and it's not hard to see why. And despite the drop in homicides in the 2010s,
Yo, this image just scared the shit out of me.
the rate at which you're likely to be murdered in Detroit only increased, and it remains near the top.
Why did he say it like the rate at which you're likely to be murdered in Detroit? Like niggas like you personally going there, you're probably gonna die or something. Like your chances of being like what?
Today.
That's not my house. I've just been there before.
Unfortunately, the city sits within a group I call the Bloody Four. Baltimore, Chicago, St. Louis, and Detroit. All four consistently rank in the bottom of homicide clearance rates, meaning no matter how many of these happen in the city, the police are unlikely to solve, well, most of them. Some of this scary behavior was seen more recently when those 3 underground rappers were found dead in an abandoned house that the city refused to tear down, while their remains were being eaten by rats. And I honestly don't know if I've ever spoken a more disturbing sentence, even talking about my home city of Chicago. And something else that I've never heard of that happens in Detroit that was historically a British and Canadian tradition is Devil's Night. Now, I know how scary Halloween can get in the city. Growing up in Chicago.
Okay, understand. Devil's Night. I think, first of all, I think Devil's Night started as a Mexican thing.
Chicago, it was a night where you were likely to see vans pull up on the side of you, slide the doors, and then there was a 50-50 chance of whether they upped a real gun or a paintball.
That's not true. That's not how that worked.
Either way, you didn't wait to find out.
If Detroit is Gotham, then M is Batman. Shout out to the person I took this from.
Just Burner, you got one more message away from being permanently exiled from the community.
True fear in the most dangerous parts of the city, but of course not all of it.
Niggas was not pulling up on niggas in black vans and sliding the shit open, saying break yourself. They just weren't doing that. Why did he just lie like that?
Wow, this seems like a great place to raise my family and send my children to school.
It can be, because on the flip side, while he's talking about how bad Detroit can be, he's also not giving props to how good it can be at the same time. There's really good people here, but you can't eliminate crime in every area.
Of it. In Detroit,
actually you can, but you gotta have the resources funneled to the right spots, and they don't want to do that. They want to over police certain environments or under police others.
However,
it's not their fault.
It appears to have become a night of arson. I've never heard of a night where people dedicate their time to setting fire to buildings.
That's not
now, Detroit
true,
people,
like
these stats say that the tradition is dying out. So let me know the facts in the comments.
It's not that's not a tradition.
Hopefully it is, because even in Chicago, you're still more likely to get your house TP'd or shot at with a paintball gun than you are to get your building set on fire. And also, taking a look at this gang map, if this is accurate, I have never seen such space between hoods in my.
Bro, he grabbed the, see. Like, bro, you can go all up and through here and be completely fine. And some of the gang niggas don't even be bothering nobody. I'm telling you, niggas be on some chill shit. You can go almost anywhere.
Entire life. Apparently, Detroit has enclaves, parts of the city that are completely separated from the city, and despite being a block or so away from one dangerous neighborhood, you'll have an enclave that experiences basically none of the crime. The closest I've seen to this in person is maybe Greektown, Little Italy, and Chinatown in Chicago, but these are still definitely not areas you want to mess with the locals. And another thing that has to be talked about is the population of Detroit. In just 10 years from 2000 to 2010, Nearly 150,000 people left the city for good, and this has been a trend since the factory started closing in the 70s. To go from a population of 1.5 million in 1970 to about 640,000 in 2021 is staggering to say the least. It almost resembles that of a refugee crisis.
Yeah, but niggas saying anything at this point, like what?
But it seems like most people from Detroit just moved to Ann Arbor, Lansing, and even Chicago. True Midwest people never wanted to go too far from those Great Lakes.
Who the fuck went to Lansing from Detroit? What? You're not living in Detroit as your
The video narrator sounds like Lil Yachty. This is tripping me out.
But this is not the whole of Detroit's story. The state of Michigan had a population boost in 2022, with Detroit leading the way, seeing about 11,000 people move to the city.
Facts.
And Detroit has been diversifying its economy for years now.
They also been gentrifying certain areas too, by the way.
Meyer opened his first superstore here, and Chase invested $50 million into affordable housing, job training, and entrepreneurship, with this number increasing to $200 million by the end of 2022.
Facts.
And one thing any working class city needs is young people. And the fact that you can see Ontario, Canada from Detroit, and the fact that the drinking age over there...
Actually, I got a video. Hold on, bitch. I got a video. I can't find a video. It's fine. But you can. He's right. You can literally see it from the other side. You can see the whole like little river shit.
There's 19 has attracted a lot of young people. 19 seems...
You go downtown, it's nothing but diversification, young people, great vibes, great food, great energy, camaraderie, no rowdiness, stores. You know what I'm saying? The people, everybody doing their thing. It's not gentrification either. It's just like niggas is just outside having a good time.
pretty young to drink, but I guess Canada...
Look, it's literally just like this.
It is technically kind of part of the Commonwealth of the United
They
Kingdom.
got outside restaurants. They seated just like this.
Where the drinking...
Nigga said that's every city. But okay, but it's an example being made out of Detroit though. You see how much you dick sucking?
age is like 18. And who can forget Motown? If you're from the Midwest or even Memphis, you'll have heard
I already spoke about the music chat. I don't need to have to keep going over the greatness of Detroit.
plenty of old heads back in the day tell you how they either used to...
Whoa. Again, there's still greatness coming out of Detroit till this day. Making it seem like, oh yeah, the only good era that they had was Motown? Yeah, alright. Who made the video, bro? On God.
to be a part of some Motown group, or they almost were and they got cut out of a deal or something. And I'm even related
Almost, yeah. You gotta get him out the way. Whoever making shit like this, he gotta get gone.
to Teddy Pendergrass, kinda by marriage. He like married my
He gotta get
grandma's
outta here.
sister or cousin or something. Anyway, we went to visit the family in Memphis one time, and they lived in this huge mansion, and it was my first time actually seeing some people with money. It was also my first time seeing one of those couples with a huge age difference. We were at a funeral of one of the older members of the family, and it was an old man's funeral, but there was some woman in the front row crying. And as a stupid kid, I asked my mom, "Who is this lady?" And she said, "That's the old man's wife." Anyway, I've always been fascinated at how each Great Lakes city has its own unique identity and sets their own trends, instead of all just sharing one big Great Lake identity. Makes sense though. This area was always a gold mine, from the big money coming into the ports, because, you know, each lake leads to our biggest trading partner in Canada, to each city, Detroit, Milwaukee, and Chicago, turned into beachside paradises in the summer, since Lake Michigan starts to look like the Pacific Ocean to us down here. Even Miller Beach in Indiana, despite it being way too close to Gary for comfort. Just kidding, Gary people, I love y'all too. But seriously.
So now Gary niggas are in the conversation somehow. How? What Gary niggas up to? That's what I be talking about, bro. Like, niggas don't fuck with, like, it's all good.
Most of the music grandma and them used to get down to back in the day,
Grandma.
it comes from this city. The man who single-handedly changed the narrative about white rappers came from this city. And honestly, somebody had to clean up the mess Vanilla Ice left behind.
He made the conversation about white rappers worse. I hate everyone.
The Bad Boy Pistons, every 90s dude in Chicago's #1 enemy in sports, to the Lions fan base, one of, if not the most loyal sports fan base on the planet.
Niggas, alright, they trying to play. Just only a minute left of the vid.
65 to 70% of these title in almost 70 years is something truly special. Even the 2024 NFL Draft, which was in Detroit, set an attendance record with over 775,000 people coming out, which is more people that live in the city of Detroit itself.
Like, niggas is so weird, bro. Like, what are you saying? More people that live in the city. Like, okay, bro. Like, holy shit. Oh my god, bro. Like,
And it's kind of been on the up for a few years now. They beat bankruptcy, they beat the collapse of the motor industry in America, and let's not forget that it's the city that burned and rose from the ashes. Founded by the French and made fully American by the USA, long live the Motor City. And to all my people in Flint and Lansing,
I'm not even trying to leave. I'm not even trying to, nah. I don't even want to hear it, bro. Stop talking to me, bro.
Where was the fans during the 2021 NFL season?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Like, niggas is weird. Like, what are we talking about, bro? I just, like, shit that I be talking about, bro. Like, nobody.
Shout out Calvin Johnson.
You know the show Martin, the show that y'all fucking love. It was based in Detroit. Many men, many men wish dick upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more.